Please introduce yourself and where you're from.
My name is Bradley Black. I'm from Clyde, Texas, here in West Texas.
And how did you hear about Nature's Formula, and how long have you been a part of Nature's Formula?
Um, I heard about Nature's Formula through EES, and I've been personally involved with it for the past 3 years. And we we started trying on our own farmland and all our own products before we uh, let the public or start advertising it in our area. We wanted to test the product out beforehand.
What have you what have you used it on and within your operation? Kind of some of the results you've seen.
Well, we tried it on coastal land first. We've seen a quite a bit of difference in the yield per acre. On we do round bells, and we've noticed that with no fertilizer, we were making about 1 bale to the acre, and with the BioSure B plus B, we would get 2.5 bales to the acre, and then we tried it on multiple hay grazer fields where it was a pretty dry year when we applied it, and we were getting about a bale, maybe a half a bale to some fields, and the fields that we used the fertilizer on, we were double the amount of silage on each field that we were producing. So it increases the yield tremendously when you use it. So
You mentioned you're using SureGrow with Plus B. What have you seen from the Plus B aspect of it?
the Plus B aspect has really helped on our insect population. We have a bad grasshopper problem down here in West Texas on our coastal fields. They come through and they eat a lot of our vegetation up, and we notice if we have the fertilizer applied on our products, on our ground before and in our plants before they get here, that the grasshoppers, they die, or they'll leave it alone and not eat up the yield of the crop. Then also on our cultivated land, our hay grazer, we noticed that it helped on the ground worms and the actual the worms coming in and eating the plant,
Worms.
the roots, army worms.
Yep.
Yeah.
And since handling it and selling it a little bit here in your area, what are some of your customer testimonials that you?
I'd say we probably got a 95% customer return from last year to the year before. Everybody that uses it is coming back and buying more. They're happy with it. For the cost of it is beneficial in these times with trying to make a living doing any kind of crops. They are skeptical at first, then once they try it, they seem to just keep trying different products and buying more of it, and are pleased with it. They're happy with everything that you say that it'll do, and it has done. So we have a really high success rate here in West Texas because it's very harsh climate. We have a drought, we have cold weather, we have no rain. It's just a bad place, and anything that like that will help on the yields of the crops.
And speaking of no rain, obviously we all know how last year was. Talk about what you've seen a little bit with SureGrow during drought situations.
Well, it's basically if you didn't use SureGrow, you didn't have a crop, and if you did use SureGrow, you did have a crop. There's the root systems that the plant had to sustain last year had to be good for it to even make any kind of production in the drought. And if you didn't have any kind of BioSure on your products, you just didn't make anything. I mean, it was they couldn't grow a good enough root system to capture any water.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then last question on SureGrow. If you had to summarize it in one sentence, how would you do that?
A bang for your buck.
There you go.
So,
and then you've used to use a little bit of the cattle products. You show steers and stuff. Tell us what you've seen so far there, and that you're obviously planning on using more of it and testing that out for us and stuff.
Yes, the dry mineral with the garlic we've started using on all our show steers as supplements for feed, and the conditioning of the cattle and the the weight gains they're showing by monthly, and the actual fatness of the cattle has doubled, increased their whole health and stamina, their hair conditions. They've just gotten healthier. They look better, they feel better, they grow better, they're gaining better. There's not a single side effect I've seen. The garlic, the the plus fit with the fly situation, help keeping that down. I really have noticed a large difference. I have my animals close to my house, so that has made my wife extremely happy. We don't have near the flies that we did. Um, the hair tonic we've tested on our show steers, and we can testify that it's working. I don't know how to gauge as far as how much hair or how much less hair a calf can have, but when you apply the product and 90 days later, you can see the difference and feel the difference, because you're having to wash the animal, comb the hair, cut the hair, and you can tell the growth by that.
All right, thank you. We look forward to what this 2023 growing season will bring, and also more feedback on your show steers and everything as you continue using those products.
Thank y'all.